And he says, "The king is dead. Long live the king." Everyone cheers, and they kind of been sitting there his whole time. You guys definitely noticed him. He's sitting alone, which is kind of unusual here. And he just says as loudly as he can. He says, "The king!"
Jason.
On my back like a freaking turtle.
Well, it sounds like you guys are having a pretty good time. And everyone goes to sleep. In the dead of night, you guys hear a bunch of horns ringing out. It hasn't been unheard of for the city watch to have to break up drunken brawls, especially this late at night. Especially, there's thieves guilds in town and everything, especially with all the outsiders too. However, more horns seem to ring out, waking most of the town. There's a guy on a horse riding through town, and he's summoning all able-bodied people with a weapon to go to the northern part of town. I would say that everyone kind of wakes up a little hungover or a little drunk, and they listen to the orders and they head north. Lines seem to be forming, and you find yourselves near each other. A gentleman on a horse, and he is taking kind of control of the situation. Most of the people are tradesmen or travelers or farmers. They all have their sickles and everything like that. There's a few warriors there. If you guys look to the east part, there's some gnomes and elves. And then to the other side there's other campers and fighters as well. You guys kind of find yourselves in the middle. Does everyone see their icon there?
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, I do now, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we should all be on the same screen there. Hopefully.
I just didn't realize. I had to zoom out. I didn't realize I had to zoom out.
Yeah, there's a bigger map. So most of the people, like I said, are tradesmen. The farmers, they have their sickles, they have their little weapons. No one really seems to know what's going on. But there is an overly talkative old man next to you, and he kind of looks at you all, kind of looks down at the ground. He looks back at you all and says, "Hey, man, I remember when I was young like you guys. We've been called out in a night like this before. Back when the orcs were around here, there was always something going on." Do you guys say anything to this old man? You don't have to, but you can.
I say, I thought you were a wizard? Are you here at the front lines with us to fight?
Yeah, I've fought many times. I got my little my thing here, and I'm raring to go. And he kind of holds up a sheath, the thing that you use to cut grass. And,
A sickle.
Sickle, that's what it is. Sorry. And he looks like he can use it fairly well. He's an old guy, and he kind of turns to you and goes, "Hi, don't you worry about me. You don't live to be this old if you're weak in this world. Back in town, all I do is make shoes, and my son, I raised him to make shoes. They call me Gone the Cobbler, and it is what it is. And the world is here." And he just kind of keeps prattling on and on, spitting more and more as he goes. You do notice that the gentleman on the horse that's in front of you guys, I'm in the wrong thing. He's kind of going from camp to camp, kind of talking to everyone and getting everyone all riled up. He doesn't know what's going on. No one seems to really know what's going on. You do notice that the air is very cool. It is a waxing moon in the air, so there's plenty of light. I think everyone has dark vision, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Awesome. No humans here. So everyone can kind of see up to 60 feet. You do notice that a hush seems to be coming over the field as the morning dew kind of starts to form on the grass. More and more things are happening. Are you guys doing anything, talking to each other, saying anything?
Investigation to observe all of the changes that the earth is doing around me.
You want to do a what? I'm so sorry.
I want to use my passive investigation to see what other things the earth is trying to tell me.
You can roll a
Okay.
investigation check.
What's that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can I also do an investigation check? So I actually have dark vision up to 300.
It's on this thing like this before, right here.
I'm kind of observing the tree line to try to see what's happening, like just past the trees.
Doing the same.
All right, so we'll do a group.
Watching the trees.
Yeah, we'll do a group persuasion or investigation check.
Great.
Can I do a perception?
Yeah, perception or investigation, whichever's higher for you.
Oh, not great. Oh no.
That's 13. That's still good.
Oh no, that's not bad.
Oh, I got 19.
Wait, what's going on?
It's weird. The graphic showed a 1. I thought I rolled a 1, but it was a 10.
I got a 20 on perception.
Wow. So
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got a 19 on perception or investigation.
Why isn't mine going?
So I got yours.
I can see
Matt,
those.
You
You
got
got a 4.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
The screen.
Yeah,
kinda
sometimes it's delayed.
Okay.
It's a little delayed.
And I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I'll say this, Tav, you're a little hungover. You drank more than anyone else, which is perfectly fine. You do you. Kaido, you have eyes that are good enough to kind of see things before they seem to appear. Your wood elf instincts and things like that. You do notice that coming out of the woods, if I can get this thing to work, is what looks like an elven scout. He is running at breakneck speed, and he is screaming and screaming and screaming. The gentleman on the horse rides up to him, and they seem to have a conversation. It is approximately like 30 feet from y'all. So let's do a perception check again. Actually, you know what? Let's just use the other one. Unless you guys really like rolling. So,
I like to roll I got.
yeah, I do too. So, as the mounted knight gets close to him, he seems to collapse on the ground. He's rocking back and forth, hugging his knees. He has a few wounds in his body and seemingly no weapons. You hear him talking about walking and how they came out of the woods, and they have purple-colored eyes. He appears very upset, but he doesn't seem to be saying anything else other than that. The mounted knight leads him off to the side here. If I can get my freaking thing to work. Jeez. I think next time I'm going to use 2 computers. So the scout is brought back into town, which is to the south part here. And he's kind of mumbling and rambling the whole time. So now, Sir Argyle is going to, kind of like the Roads of Rohan kind of guy, he's going to run back and forth between the groups, and he's going to yell, "Good people, there are enemies approaching. We're unsure of where they are coming from, and my name is Sir Argyle, and I'm a knight of Esaconia, of the Order of the Just. I'll be leading this brigade against the unknown. Raise your weapons and stand proud!" And he kind of shoves his sword into the air, and he cries a battle cry. Does anyone do anything to this?
Yeah, he's so hungover. I yell out, "I didn't sign up for this."
Anyone else?
Yeah, I kind of had my bow. I had my bow like a bit ready, because I don't know what's going on. But I yelled, "If they're unknown, how do you know they're enemies?"
He is not going to hear you because I don't know what to say to that. But I will say that the scout,
Okay, that's what I yelled.
he did pass you, and he did look very injured. And there's probably others with him that didn't return.
Yeah, but what were they doing? I don't know what they were doing.
Wow. Okay. Jeez. Is anyone doing anything else?
I move to that tree that's closest to us and hide.
All right. Oh, I see you there. Okay. So you can preemptively roll me if you want.
Watch the tree line. Rolling for stealth. Where the hell stealth? I have advantage on this, by the way.
For stealth?
Actually, if you
Yeah.
right click on like the number, like the +3 number, not the B, if you right click the number, you can select advantage.
Got it.
Nice.
So 15. Is that with advantage?
So 15, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because the 10 was the lower. Okay, got it. All right. So you have successfully hidden from everyone. Everyone kind of looks around and they don't know where you are. John, the old man that's next to you, he's kind of still looking around and he's holding his weapon in his hand. And he's like, "Man, I don't really seem to know what seems to be going on. The orcs, we would have known if they were orcs by now because they would have been screaming and hollering and who knows." Kaido sees it first.
I heard the well, sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I heard the purple eyes thing, right?
Yes, everyone.
Would I be able to do like an Arcana thing? Is there a possibility that would be familiar to me somehow?
I would say with your backstory and your
Would you say
studying,
this?
it could be. It's a very high DC though, that you probably won't get. But you can
I
definitely.
do have Okay, I'm gonna try. Drum roll, please.
No, that is a good roll though.
Yeah, not great. Yeah. Well, I was cocky because of the +5.
Yeah. So, just for
And,
future reference,
someone good.
what'd you say, Tev? Sorry.
Yeah, is someone good with history, perhaps? They might have some insight what purple eyes mean.
I also have +5 to history, but I don't know if the DM will let me roll 2 things for the same thing. That's up to.
Just one, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I think we will be finding out shortly.
Fair enough.
The woods go even more quiet. Everything is hushed. No one is saying a word. All you hear is a nickering from Sir Argamile's horse. And all of a sudden, everyone hears a whistle. And you hear the old man grunt. Goes, "Oh, God, it's got me!" And he falls down to the ground. He is now crumpled up, holding his chest, and appears to be dying. Coming out of the woods, you see a group of zombies and skeletons. And they are slowly approaching. Can everyone roll initiative, please? Sarah did an intelligence save. we can
should be on like the very top.
Do you know where the thing
I
is?
want to make sure I'm smart enough, guys.
Mod 20.
It hasn't shown up. What'd you get? Oh, there it is.
So the rule with a tied initiative is if you guys work together during your turn, because technically you have the same turn, quote unquote, you may get bonuses. So rule of cool kind of thing, if that makes sense. All right, so Kaido, you are up first, and Lisbon, you are on deck. How we're going to do it for this battle, because it's kind of a large group, is we are going to do players go and then enemies go. If that makes sense, hopefully.
Okay, so I go first. I look at the front rank there and I try to determine if any of them look more dangerous than any of the others.
Would you like to use that as an action to kind of like figure that out?
No, I'm just going to take a shot at the closest one.
Okay.
Which is that one.
All right, so roll with your bow, and you roll with advantage. And you get sneak attack. Is it 1d6 at level 1?
It's 1d4 for the bow and 1d6 plus 3 for the sneak attack.
That's what it is. Okay. All right, roll
So
it.
this is for the hit.
You definitely hit. What is that, a 19? Yeah.
Ooh, and a 12 plus 3, so that's 15 damage.
Are you rolling with advantage all the time?
For some things. Well,
So 12 damage.
Well, if he's hidden, I think he has advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you hit him, this zombie right here, this skeleton right here. You hit him in the shoulder, and he kind of stumbles back, and he starts walking a little bit more slowly. He looks, it's hard to tell because he's already dead, but you definitely did some damage. He's definitely slower than everyone else. So now we are going to see in this other corner that more dudes are popping up. If I can get this to work.
I yell out to the priest, you got any holy water?
And how do you know that there's a priest around?
Because he's got robes. He looks priestly.
Yeah, I'm a brewer from a monastery. Yeah, not holy water, but I got some words that might heal you.
Alright, perfect. This dude right here is going to roll to hit you, Dad. What is your AC again?
Hang on. Oh,
14, I think.
14.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, 14.
What he rolled there, would that be 24 total? Because it's 12 total damage and 12 critical damage?
I don't know, if I'm being honest. I don't know what the critical damage would be. Because I don't know much about Vex. Because that's 2024 rules.
Oh, Vex, actually, I think I know what that is. Vex is if you hit a target, the next time you hit it, you get advantage. That's what Vex does.
Okay. It's not bad.
So you have to, so you can, hit it twice in a row easier.
Yeah, that sounds good. And plus, he'll get this sneak attack because it's a roll with advantage. This one zombie, you can tell, it looks like he has what appears to be a scout's bow. He rolls it back, he pulls it, he shoots, and he hits. And he hits you for 2 damage. So he kind of shoots you out of the tree, I guess. You can see that Sir Argyle over here in the west part of the map is starting to move forward. Everyone else in this corner here is they're pulling up a little bit more. And then Lisbon, it is your turn.
All right. I think I'm going to take a couple of steps forward. And I'm going to aim at the same zombie that Kaido shot at with my longbow, which was already half-cocked.
Heyo.
And so both I see that they can be damaged, and I see this one's attacking us, so definitely going to go for that one.
Do it.
Here we go.
And Morgana, you're on
Looks
deck.
pretty good.
Yep, that definitely hits.
So do me and Morgana go at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
You can. Yeah.
So you hit him again,
Yay.
hits him in the chest. He seems to go down, but now he is crawling towards you at a very slow rate. He seems very mad. Now everyone on this page is slowly moving forward. Their move speed isn't that good. So they're going here. I'm going to say that this guy over here, he is going to shoot at Sir Argyle. And he is going to actually miss terribly. Oh my god. You can tell that there's only very few with the bows, by the way. You can tell that between the zombies and the skeletons, it seems like they're in various stages of decay. So, ones that look like what the scout was wearing are kind of the ones that are up front and the ones with bows. They seem the most alive, if you will. Sir Argyle seems to recognize us too, and he's going to start kind of coming towards this group as well. If I can get this freaking thing, Jesus, technology. All right, and Morgana, it's now your turn. Or Morgana.
All right, Morgana, hold on 1 second before you go. I got a little trick up my sleeve.
Okay.
All right, I'm actually going to cast Fairy Fire on this group of 3. I guess like the group of 3 directly in front of me. So I believe it should be able to cover all of them, if I'm reading the correctly, because it has a 20-foot cube within range is outlined. So I think that's a 4x4 square, right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's good enough.
Yeah, and it's up to 60 feet, so I'm pretty sure I'm in range.
Yeah. The one guy's a little out, but we'll let it go for now. That's fine.
I can move forward a little bit. I'll take a step
forward.
forward.
No, you're fine. I just mean like the cone or whatever. The circle, whatever.
All right, so I cast Fairy Fire on those 3 zombies kind of directly in front of me.
All right, roll.
So I think they need to do a dex save?
Yeah, it's 3 of them, right?
Yeah, those 3 attack save is a dex 13.
All right, perfect. So 2 make the save and 1 does not.
Okay, so what one does not?
I'll say the one in the back because he's furthest away.
Okay, so Morgana, if you attack that one in the back, you have an advantage.
Well, don't you have to roll damage, and then if they make the save, they have it? Isn't that Fairy Fire?
Here, hold on. I think I could send it via chat.
Yeah, in other words, you want to target one that has it, right?
Did it send the spell to the chat?
It did not.
No, it looks like I rolled again.
So each target 20 foot within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. Any creature in that area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity throw. Spells cast.
Oh, that spell. Oh my god, I thought it was something else. Okay. Yeah, all good. Sorry about that.
It's still just the one that got it?
No, the 2. So the 2 in the front are now emitting dim light.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
So that's my action, and I don't think I have any bonus actions. Oh, I could do Healing Word. Who was injured?
So Kaido was, but he only took 2 points of damage.
Oh, so I thought you said someone like got shot. I thought the horse guy got like shot with an arrow before he started or something.
That's the old man. Forgot about that.
Oh, the old man? Is he dead?
He's definitely dying.
Oh, he went down.
Yeah, he got shot in the chest.
I missed that. Oh no, how did I miss that?
Oh man.
Yeah, that was right before initiative. He got shot in the chest and went down.
Oh, so he's like dead.
He's dying, yeah. But I'm going to tell you his full name. His name is Gone Get Gone. You can do with that information.
Johnny Mick, act break, Mick, sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He doesn't seem important.
I mean, he's probably important to his
Johnny,
team. That's a whole different story. All right, Morgana, you are up.
I can move before I cast, right?
Yes. You can move at any time.
Okay.
Tab, you can actually move if you want.
Yeah, I know. Morgana, you can go while I figure out my moves.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm going to cast a chromatic orb off of the fire that you set on the ground.
So, Sarah, do you
There's
have
no
a
fire
diamond
meter.
that's worth at least 50 gold?
I think so.
I don't think you do. But we could just let it fly for now.
Well, no, I can use firebolt instead.
No, because you should be able to. You should use your spells, but just be aware the higher component ones. You need to have those components. But just for today, we'll do chromatic orb, but we'll call it something else. It'll be orb of chromact. And Sarah, who are you aiming for?
So, my aim is going to start here,
Actually, how do you-
but it's a 90-foot orb, so it's going to encompass, like,
That's not how it works.
all these guys.
That's not how
And
it
aim
works.
this way.
When you cast Chromatic Orb, you create a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy and hurl it at a target within range. You can choose the type of damage the orb deals when you cast the spell from the following options: acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. If the spell hits, the target takes 3d8 damage of the type you choose. That's how it works. It's like throwing a baseball at somebody.
with magic?
So you get to choose if it's a fire baseball or a ice baseball or a acid baseball.
Because Jason didn't get this guy, right?
Well, you want to aim for the ones that I hit because you get advantage on those now.
So one of these guys?
Yep.
Yeah, the two with the red markers.
I'll hit this guy. Right there.
And noise.
The one on the left.
I rolled the spell itself. See if that works.
So you got a 16, which hits, which is fine. 1d20 plus 4. Yep, and you hit for 5 damage. The fire goes towards this guy, shoving out like a baseball, and it hits him, and his clothes kind of light on fire, and he's definitely on fire now. Plus, he has this this magical aura about him as well, and he's still walking and stumbling forward. So now we are going to do this group to the west. They're going to start moving up a little bit and kind of closer to you guys. There is going to be a Kenku here who is going to roll.
Oh, sweet.
He has a longbow. He's going to aim for the one that you just hit with the baseball orb. And he's going to hit for 1 damage. So he doesn't do that much. The other guys, they also roll and they shoot for these guys up in the trees here. 13 hits, and he hits for 8 damage. Nice, awesome. And then this group over here to the west, this is the one that has a gnome in it. Everyone, by the way, is attacking, but it's just I don't want to like waste time doing all these individual people, which is why we're kind of doing it more in groups. This group also hits, and we'll say that it hits this group off to the west here. The gnome, he kind of has what looks like a potion ball in his hand, and he heaves it at everyone. And there's a big exploding thing over here, and he hits for a crap ton of damage. They are still shambling forward, but they are not done yet, but they are definitely walking more slowly. Sir Argomile is going to charge the, we're going to say this guy, so he's going to charge right up. He is going to hit with his charge attack. Oh my god. Hoo! And he misses. Oh my god. So he completely whiffs the thing. But his horse hits. He rears up with his hooves, and he hits for 1 damage. Man, we are doing terrible rolls here. So this guy that initially shot is really, really bloodied. He's now crawling, and he's trying to attack the horse's hooves, and he succeeds in hitting it, and the horse is now grappled by the zombie on the ground. This other group over here misses, and then that other group hits. So I'm going to move these guys up, sorry. And Lisbon, or Dad, you're on deck, by the way. Forgot to tell you.
Mhm.
To these guys. and they are not going to make any attacks because they don't have bows. Alright, Kaido, your turn.
I'm gonna shoot at the one that grabbed the horse.
Awesome. So you get
Which one is that?
the one next to the horse.
Okay.
So you get like double advantage. There's that one. So you get like double advantage because, well, not really. That's not a real thing. But you get advantage because of the fairy fire. But then you also get advantage because of he's a downed opponent. And also you have sneak attack now because of that.
Triple.
So
Yeah.
how many d20s am I rolling? 2, right?
Yes. Well, D20 with advantage. You like just hit. So roll your damage.
So
9 plus 5 is 14, right? As you pull back your bow, you let the arrow go. It goes right through this thing's eye, and it goes limp, letting go of the horse. Mr. Orgamile kind of looks back to you and kind of throws his sword up in the air. It's kind of a thank you. Lisbon, actually, give me 1 second. So this group over here, the enemy group, is going to... So he's going to go back up here as a new one coming in. So you guys have successfully killed one. This guy, just in case you guys don't remember, he is injured. So he's the one still crawling. And all of them are going to move up just a little bit. West side is going to start hitting these people. This burly looking gentleman here is now hit for 5. So he's still doing okay. Is anyone close to you guys?
no.
Just Johnny gonna die.
Johnny gonna die.
Just Johnny.
It's gone, get gone, okay? Get it right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you guys are still like kind of out of range. The because they're walking, and then the group on the west misses. All right, Lisbon, you are up. Morgana, you are on deck.
So I think I'm going to use my bonus action to switch to my shield and rapier.
Yep, that sounds good.
If that's okay. Yeah, I'll move up here and I'm just going to attack this guy. And I get between the zombie and Morgana, who I see doesn't really have armor. So yeah, I'm getting in there.
Also,
And I do this much attackness.
12 hits.
And then I do this much damage.
Who are you hitting again? The one that's right in front of you?
The fairy fire one. Oh, so I have advantage actually.
Yeah,
on attack,
you
but I hit him,
anyway.
so it's okay.
So, describe the kill.
All right, yeah, I step in between. I put my shield up, and I go Bael Loche, and I stab him right where I know, like maybe in the neck or something. That'll just take him down kind of quickly, yeah, and efficiently. And it happens to work.
Go for the head! So yeah. You definitely hit him. You definitely hit, and he goes down. So he is now dead.
I say "Entel chuego a esto," which supposedly means "so it's come to this."
And then I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Awesome. He is now dead.
Jeez, more zombies?
Deep in the woods there's a man in a dark cloak with purple trim made of crow's feathers. He's wearing a necklace of a crow's skull with feathers all on the necklace as well. He's holding something in his hand that appears to be purple, shining.